Hi, my name is Virginia Wade, and I'm going to be talking to you about spirits and ghosts today. I'm going to be doing a series on spirits and ghosts, entities, and loved ones that have crossed over into the light. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. Um, I have a doctorate in metaphysics, and I've studied all these different areas within the spiritual realms. I've studied crystals, gemstones. I've had a lot of experiences with fairies, angels, UFO beings, um, dimensional beings, and I didn't ask for any of this, but I lived in Sedona, Arizona, and that's a very spiritual place. It has vortexes, and the energy is more intense. Things that would happen 6 months somewhere else happens in half the time over there. It's like instant karma, so to speak. So I lived there, and a lot of things happened to me, and just it opened up all kinds of spiritual experiences to me. So basically, I'm going to be talking about spirits and ghosts today, and then I'll have another video that will explain to you more in depth. I'm going to give you experiences I've had with loved ones that have crossed over, that have died. So let me start with an experience that I had. I didn't know who it was, but somebody was rattling dishes in my home, and I couldn't figure it out. It went on for a couple weeks, and I thought, well, who is doing this? I mean, I couldn't figure it out. And then my girlfriend would come over, and she'd say, well, what's going on? Your dishes are rattling. It's got to be a spirit or something. And she was very psychic, and I said, well, yeah, I saw my guardian angel, this blue light over by the curtains, but I figured maybe he was doing it or something. And she said, no, I think it's something else. So then it dawned on me. I thought, oh my Lord, my stepdad had died, uh, a couple weeks earlier, but I didn't connect the two. And so I went into meditation. I had had some classes on how to send people into the light who have died. So I went into meditation, and I, sent the protection around me, the white light, said a prayer, and then I asked, I said, well, who is this, and what are you doing here? And then I heard this voice speak into my head, and it was my stepdad's voice, and I thought, oh my Lord, I said, Eldon, that's you. And he said, yes, I came to visit you. And I said, well, you're dead. And he goes, I am not dead. What are you talking about? And I said, well, you are. You're dead, and you need to be sent into the light. And I argued with him for at least a half hour, trying to convince him that he was dead. He didn't want to believe it, but then he finally did. And I said, okay, let's call on your dead family relatives to come and get you and bring you into the light. And then we'll call on the angels, Archangel Aziel and Archangel Michael, to come and bring you into the light and Jesus Christ. So we did that, and I said, okay, how do you want to go up? And he said, well, in my Cadillac, of course. He had this classic Cadillac, really nice car, and he said, I have to go up in that. And I go, okay. So I visualized, and I saw him getting into the car. Everybody came to assist, his loved ones and people that were dead, and the angels, and they came, and they took him up into the light. And how you know that they're into the light completely is that you just have this sensing. You know, you have this peace, and you know that they're up there, and that it's just been completed. And that's what I felt. I felt he went up, everything's good, and he's happy, and I felt peaceful, and it had been completed. I gave thanks, and I never had another dish rattle again after that. These dishes were rattling every day for 2 weeks until I actually contacted him, went into meditation. Now, I wouldn't really recommend that you do this without training, but I knew I had to do something because the dishes were rattling all the time. And this was in the dish tray where you wash your dishes and then you leave them there to dry. And my friend was right. It wasn't the guardian angel, but it's very interesting how spirits and ghosts can actually affect the material world and make noise moving dishes around. I mean, that was amazing to me that that could happen, but it does happen. Now, the difference between a spirit and a ghost, let me just go through that. A spirit floats along the ground. They've never been in a human body, and they just kind of float around, and they can move really fast. I mean, you can see them out of the corner of your eye. You may think, oh, that's a shadow person, or it looks like he has a hat on, or that he can be really tall, short, thin, fat. It doesn't matter, but you kind of see through him, and he's a spirit, but he never touches the ground. He's never been in a human body. Where a ghost is like a loved one that has died. They've been in the human body, and they walk on the ground. They literally are walking on the ground. Now, they may kind of slide along the ground, but they do touch the ground. And that's the difference between a ghost and a spirit. There's other entities. There's UFO beings, and we'll get into all that in another video. But I just wanted to touch base and start out with the spirits and ghosts. There's no reason to be afraid. If you place the protection techniques around you, and also Jesus Christ will protect you and his blood if you believe in Jesus Christ within your heart. You call on Archangel Michael. He is the angel of protection. He'll protect you with his blue light, and he'll cut you free from all negativity with his golden sword of the Spirit. He can cut you free from negative situations, people, spirits. He can actually intervene, but you've got to give him permission. That's the key. You give him permission to help you, and then you call on him to help you. That's the key, is to give permission. And in another video, we'll go through all the archangels and how to work with them. We're also going to be talking about pain management, the body-mind connection, healing, crystals, gemstones. I'm going to cover a lot of different areas. This is kind of like an introductory video. And let me give you my phone number in case you have questions. My name is Virginia Wade, and my phone number is 702-553-5467. That's 702-553-5467. If you have any questions, or if you want to text me, with questions, or you want to talk about spiritual experiences that you do not understand. Or maybe you have experiences with angels, other dimensional beings that you want to share with me. That would be great too. So I'm going to go ahead and close, and I've enjoyed talking with all of you, and I'm excited about the next video. So thank you so much. Talk to you in the next video.